6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Farzana Khan. First, the headlines. Defense Minister says federal cabinet and coalition partners will be taken on board regarding appointment of new Army Chief. Army Chief addressing the Defense and Martyrs' Day ceremony at the GHQ in Rawalpindi this evening reaffirmed military's resolve to remain in its constitutional domain and stay away from interfering into political affairs. Interior Ministry has again requested the PTI leadership to postpone its public gatherings in view of threats to the life of party chief Imran Khan. Minister of State for Foreign Affairs has urged international community and particularly the United Nations to formulate an action plan to address insidious phenomenon of Islamophobia. All Parties Hurriyat Conference has strongly condemned the misleading statement of Indian Army's top commander on situation in illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Prime Minister says Pakistan stands in solidarity with the government and people of Qatar for hosting FIFA World Cup and promoting global peace. And now the news in detail. Chief of Army Staff General Qamar Javed Bajwa has reaffirmed military's resolve to remain in its constitutional domain and stay away from interfering into political affairs. In his farewell speech on Defense and Martyrs' Day at the GHQ in Rawalpindi this evening, he said it is unfortunate that instead of welcoming this commitment, some quarters started targeting the armed forces. The Army Chief said in February last year, the military took a cautious and well-thought-out decision to not interfere in political matters, and we are strictly committed on this. Defense Minister Khwaja Mohammad Asif has said that federal cabinet and the coalition partners will be taken on board regarding the appointment of the new army chief. Talking to media persons in Islamabad today, he said the uncertainty in media regarding the appointment of next army chief will likely be ended in next 1 or 2 days. Responding to a question, the defense minister said important decisions like the appointment of army chief should be taken in the best interest of the country and the nation in line with the constitution and law without having any political considerations. The Ministry of Interior has once again requested the PTI leadership to postpone its public gatherings in view of threats to the life of PTI Chief Imran Khan and prevailing security situation in the country. A letter addressed to PTI Secretary General Asad Umar states that the Interior Ministry has been sharing threat alerts generated by credible intelligence sources to the life of Imran Khan by anti-state elements to destabilize the country. The letter said that the federal government has already provided a bulletproof vehicle and deployed police and civil armed forces during its stay in the Islamabad Capital Territory. Minister for Information Technology and Telecommunications Saeed Aminul Haq has said that several companies are manufacturing cellular phones in the country. Addressing a ceremony in Islamabad today, he said legislation has been made to promote local manufacturing of mobile phones. The minister said investment has been made to provide better broadband connectivity. He said over the last 4 years, 65 billion rupees were spent to connect the unserved and underserved areas with the digital world. Pakistan and Greece have agreed to promote legal migration pathways, combat illegal migration, and resolve the issues related to the Pakistani expatriates in Greece. The agreement was reached in the meeting between Minister for Overseas Pakistanis Sajid Hussain Turi and Minister of Migration and Asylum of the Hellenic Republic, Greece, Notis Mitarachi. Both sides also reaffirmed their commitment to continue working towards the resolution of issues of mutual concern. The minister thanked the Greek government for its support in flood relief and rehabilitation efforts in Pakistan. Sajid Hussain Turi is currently on his 10-day visit to various countries to explore employment for overseas Pakistanis and resolve their grievances. Azerbaijan's government has announced an exemption of customs duty on rice imports from Pakistan till 31st December 2027. In a tweet, Ambassador of Azerbaijan to Pakistan, Khizar Farhadov, hoped this tax exemption would significantly increase trade turnover and enhance brotherly ties between the two countries. Minister for Poverty Alleviation and Social Safety Shazia Murray has been elected as Vice President of Socialist International Women from Asia Pacific region. In a tweet today, Shazia Murray said she is grateful to her party for nominating her for this position. This is Radio Pakistan giving you the news. Minister of State for Foreign Affairs Hina Rabbani Khair has stressed the importance of continued inter-civilizational and interfaith dialogue to promote peaceful coexistence and harmony. She was addressing the 9th Global Forum of the United Nations Alliance of Civilizations in Morocco. The Minister of State highlighted Pakistan's perspective and concerns about the growing problem of religious intolerance, discrimination, Islamophobia, and violence worldwide. She particularly drew attention towards the state-driven discrimination, hostility, and phobia directed against Muslims and Islam and the ensuing element of impunity for such heinous acts. Hina Rabbani Khair urged international community and the United Nations to formulate an action plan to address the insidious phenomenon of Islamophobia. An Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir All Party Hurriyat Conference has said that India is using military might with all-out Hindutva approach to suppress the Kashmiri struggle for securing their inalienable right to self-determination. According to Kashmir Media Service, the APHC spokesman in a statement said that the RSS-backed fascist Modi regime has usurped all the basic rights of the Kashmiri people since the repeal of the special status of the territory in August 2019. The spokesman strongly condemned the Indian Army top commander's misleading statement on situation in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir and said the presence of over 1 million troops in the territory itself negates the Indian Army officer's claim. 2 Pakistani and Chinese educational institutions have launched Sino-Pak Dual Diploma program for mutual learning of the students. Bailey Vocational College, China, and the University of Agriculture, Faisalabad, have launched the Dual Diploma program in Modern Agricultural Technology in collaboration with Tang International Education Group, in which students will spend 2 years at Agriculture University and 1 year in China. In his speech at an event, Bailey Vocational College China President Peng Dongjun termed it a hallmark step for the mutual learning of the students. International Atomic Energy Agency Director General Rafael Grossi met a Russian delegation led by country's nuclear authority head in Istanbul to discuss safety at the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant in Ukraine. In a statement, the Russian nuclear authority Rosatom said the meeting in Istanbul focused on ensuring the safety of the plant. It said both parties agreed to continue cooperation. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan says Turkey is more determined than ever to secure its Syrian border from attacks by Kurdish forces. Addressing Parliament, he said, "Our determination to secure all our southern border with a safe zone is stronger today than ever." In Burkina Faso, 14 people have been killed, including 8 civilian army auxiliaries, in 2 separate attacks by militant groups. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif has said that Qatar should be commended for wonderful arrangements for hosting FIFA World Cup and being a promoter of global peace and development. In a tweet today, he said Pakistan stands in solidarity with the Amir and the people of Qatar. He expressed regret that Qatar is being subjected to a barrage of propaganda as host of FIFA World Cup. In the FIFA World Cup in Qatar, match between Germany and Japan is underway. Earlier in today's matches, Morocco and Croatia ended in a draw by 0-0, while France defeated Australia by 4-1 goals. In 4th match of the day, Spain will face Costa Rica at 9 p.m. And finally, the weather report. Mainly cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, foggy conditions are likely to prevail in plain districts of Punjab in morning hours. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log in on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.